First, I'm here to run the mile. That's the most important objective of this meeting. First mile of the season, and obviously the Diamond League final. So hoping to bring out the trophy and hopefully a good time in the mile event.
And in the context of this particular mile, no stranger to it, and obviously we first met you at this event, as a young teenager. We said on the broadcast in the Diamond League, it's still just incredible to think you're in your early 20s, but long connection here to Eugene and Hayward Field. What do you remember about that first visit here and just the atmosphere that you've been able to enjoy now in all these times back?
This definitely feels like a home meet for me in the mile. Been here many times and obviously had a lot of good memories and great achievements running the mile. So it's where it kind of first started at the Diamond League scene, and it's great to be back and obviously having those experiences in the back of my mind. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
And I assume you are also looking forward tomorrow. He says it's a home meet, but this is home soil for you. So just as you gear up for this, we talked in the afterglow of your time in Budapest that you learned a lot in that experience, and you're trying to use that now. And you did, kind of getting right back on the track and performing well. But how do you take all that experience now into this kind of the last moment of the season to get that momentum going into next year?
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a big proponent of just last one, best one, and just really finishing it out with everything that you have. So, to be able to, one, come back to America to Eugene is really nice, and also just to finish in a mile. I've been very, a little biased, but mile always felt a little more right than the 1500 always did. So, it's just really exciting and really fun to kind of come back and see what I can do to my mile PR. It's all really slow outdoors, and just, see what I can do.
So home meet, home soil, home track, right? I mean, you're the one that knows this stadium better than the rest, and I assume, Cole, you're ready to mix it up just like it is a home meet.
Definitely, yeah. It's been a pretty weird season for me, I'd say, and it's kind of worked out here towards the end, and I've felt like myself, and I feel like in my mind it's a perfect ending to this season for me. Regardless of how the race goes, I'm always here to win. I'm always here to, push myself as fast as I can go, and just the chance to do that in front of, an Oregon crowd, and repping Oregon Track Club for the last time this season, it's going to be pretty special, and I'm really excited to do that.
Yeah, the stadium probably as full as it ever been, so we'll kind of see fully that vision of what the stadium can do on a sunny afternoon with the best in the world here. Have not heard, and you guys are maybe waiting to have some conversations later in the day, but how fast is this mile set to be staged? What do we got pace-wise? Any decisions made yet? I know some of you probably have roles in making these decisions. Jakob, have you asked for any particular pacing?
Yes.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance it might be fast?
Yes. But I think it all depends on the conditions. I think we all know that the Hayward Field is a difficult track to manage and to run fast, especially in distance events. With 300 meters to go, there's always headwind. So that can be a little bit tricky. So it all depends on if we can get lucky for a couple of laps. And if not, I think we're going to have a good race on our hands, and I think we're going to have to run fast to be able to win. So it's going to be a good race.
And when we were on the Diamond League broadcast at the end of your record run this last weekend, you sort of had that shrug. You sort of just at the end were sort of like, yeah, that was a world record. Can you talk that out? The reaction that you had, it seemed like less, hey, I just broke a world record, but it was like, yeah, this is what I thought I was capable today to do.
Yes, it's being in that position is somewhat strange, especially coming from Budapest and the last 10 days before that race. I didn't feel very good. So of course it's a feeling of relief and that I felt that good in that race. But I also knew that I had a good shot of beating that record, and obviously doing it with me having such a good feeling throughout the whole race. It's somewhat surprising, and but I think it's a pretty good position to be in.
And Yared, Cole, I know Alan Webb's wife posted something on social media with Alan doing some training on a treadmill, saying he's still the American record holder in the mile. Does that time, that opportunity present itself this weekend, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, I feel like if the race goes out like nearly anywhere as fast as any other Diamond League has gone out, then I'm sure that's something that could be managed.
What do you mean by the race? If the race goes out that fast.
I'm gonna say a lot of it depends on obviously, competitors, pacers, and whatnot. But I just feel like no matter what, it's gonna be a really fast race, and it's like 3:46 high or something. And so, I'd be really excited to kind of just go for it and just see what I can do. I feel like I ran 3:47 indoors, so I feel like really confident that I'd be able to kind of just push it out a little bit further and, the day after is a little bit faster, so.
And Cole,
Just stick to me as long as you can, and we'll get yourself to races.
Yeah, we'll see.
see what happens off the Bowerman curve, I guess. Cole, you're just sitting here going, well, maybe they'll beat each other up, and then present the opportunity for me. You said it's been a wonky season, but again, the same question. I mean, you're obviously feeling like you could be the best American miler ever, and does that opportunity creep into your mind coming into this kind of race?
Yeah, of course, it's going to be in the back of your mind going into a race of this caliber, and I can only speak for myself and run my own race and put myself in the best position to run as fast as I can. And, yeah, I'm excited to do that because you don't always get the same opportunities again and again, so just taking advantage of the opportunity.
All right, before we go out for